In July 1518, a strange phenomenon occurred in the city of Strasbourg, Alsace, in the Holy Roman Empire. A woman named Frau Trophia began to dance fervently in the street, without any apparent reason or music. She continued to dance for days, ignoring her injuries and exhaustion. Soon, she was joined by dozens, then hundreds of other people, who also felt compelled to dance uncontrollably. This bizarre event, known as the Dancing Plague of 1518 or the Dance Epidemic of 1518, lasted for about 2 months, until the authorities intervened and sent the dancers to a mountain shrine to pray for their deliverance. What caused this mass outbreak of dancing mania? How did it affect the lives and health of the participants and the society at large? And what can we learn from this historical episode about human psychology and behavior? These are some of the questions that this video will explore, using historical sources and modern research. The Dancing Plague of 1518 was not an isolated incident. It was part of a larger phenomenon of dancing mania that occurred sporadically in Europe from the 11th to the 17th centuries. Dancing mania was a form of collective hysteria, in which groups of people exhibited irrational and often harmful behaviors, such as dancing, laughing, crying, screaming, or convulsing. Some of these episodes were attributed to religious fervor, demonic possession, or divine punishment. Others were linked to social and economic stressors, such as famine, disease, war, or oppression. One of the most common explanations for the Dancing Plague of 1518 is that it was caused by ergot poisoning. Ergot is a fungus that grows on rye and other grains, and can produce hallucinogenic and vasoconstrictive effects when ingested. Some historians have suggested that the people of Strasbourg may have consumed bread contaminated with ergot, which induced them to dance wildly and experience visions. However, this theory has been challenged by other scholars, who point out that ergot poisoning usually causes gangrene, seizures, and death, rather than dancing. Moreover, ergot poisoning would not explain why only some people were affected, and why the dancing stopped after they were taken to the shrine. Another possible explanation is that the Dancing Plague of 1518 was a result of stress-induced mass hysteria. Mass hysteria is a psychological phenomenon in which a group of people share and amplify a common fear or belief, often triggered by a stressful or traumatic event. The people of Strasbourg may have been suffering from various hardships, such as poverty, disease, political turmoil, or religious persecution. They may have also been influenced by the local belief that Saint Vitus, the patron saint of dancers and epileptics, could curse or cure people with dancing mania. By dancing uncontrollably, they may have been expressing their distress and seeking relief from their troubles. The Dancing Plague of 1518 had serious consequences for the participants and the society. Many dancers injured themselves or collapsed from exhaustion. Some even died from heart attacks or strokes. The authorities tried various measures to stop the dancing, such as banning music and public gatherings, hiring musicians and strongmen to assist the dancers, or sending them to the shrine of Saint Vitus. However, none of these interventions seemed to work effectively. The dancing only subsided gradually over time, as the dancers either recovered or succumbed to their ordeal. The Dancing Plague of 1518 is one of the most fascinating and mysterious events in history. It reveals how human behavior can be influenced by social and psychological factors, as well as by biological and environmental ones. It also shows how human culture can create and perpetuate beliefs and practices that may seem irrational or harmful to outsiders. By studying this episode, we can gain a better understanding of ourselves and our fellow humans.